What's the top 10 payouts currently in the FTSE 100? That's what we're going to touch on in this video. Welcome back, guys, to a new video. This is something different. Normally I do a portfolio update, give you an insight into my portfolio and how it's looking, if I'm up, I'm down, how much dividends I've earned. This video I'm going to touch on the top 10 payouts in the FTSE 100. Currently the stock market is falling, so pretty much, yeah, I'm just going to look into the FTSE 100 and then look at the top 10 dividends that's paying out between 8% and 10% dividend yields. With the stock market currently on the low, it's a perfect time to start buying. So like I said, I'm going to touch on the top ones currently in the FTSE 100, which is probably worth buying or investing into. But this is just an insight. I'm not an expert, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't do as I say. Make sure you do your research into these stocks. Like I said, if they got a high dividend payout or high yield, like I said, these are normally between 8 and 10%. Sometimes it can be a trap. So like I said, just do your research into the stocks that you're looking to invest into and go from there. But let's get into the first one. Personally, I think it is a perfect opportunity to start buying into these, take full advantage of the stock market while it's low. While it's low, get in there, and then obviously when it starts peaking, you are laughing because you've made a lot of profit. And like I said, you're also earning money from the dividends also. But these top 10, I currently own 4 of them. So the first one on the list is a wealth manager, and they are M&G. They're currently sat at a yield of 10.59%, which is really high. I've bought shares twice this year in this company, and I'm hoping to buy more in the future. If it keeps staying low, then I'll keep buying more. But it's definitely one that will survive, and I think the share price will start rising in the future when the stock market starts recovering. Number 2 is another insurer, Phoenix Group Holdings, which their yield is 10.6%. Again, another high one over that 10% mark. A lot of these are like insurance asset managers, so don't buy into all of them. You want to try and have a number of different shares and stocks in different fields in the stock market. Don't want to jump onto all in the same industry, let's say. So yeah, Phoenix Group is second with a yield of 10.6%. I already hold M&G, but the third one then is Legal and General Group, another insurance manager. Their yield is 9.11%. So yeah, Legal and General, like I said, 9.11%. I currently have 140 shares in this company, so I just got to be careful with pumping all my money into the insurance sector of the stock market. So far we've got M&G, Phoenix Group Holdings, Legal and General. They are all insurance managers, asset managers, all in the insurance sector. Next on the list is another one, and the only thing stopping me from buying this is it's another insurer, and that is Avira. But again, that also appears on my top 10 list, and again their yield is 8.39%, so another high one again. Going forward, like I said, the top, that was 5 then. 4. That's 4 in the insurance sector all in the top 10 of the FTSE 100. So just be wary of what you do invest into. Like I said, don't put all your money into the insurance sector. Spread it out along REITs, insurance, technology, AI, something like that. Just make sure it's spread out and not all into one sector. But let's get on to the next one. So this next one, luckily, is something different. This one is the Vodafone group. So a lot of people got phones, a lot of people with Vodafone. So this is one to invest into. What, like I say, if you do own a product or you shop or buy certain stuff from certain companies, then it's definitely something to invest into. Like if you go to Starbucks every day, then it's worth investing into Starbucks because obviously you trust the product, you buy the product, so why not earn a part of that company? So if you're putting your money into that company, why not start getting paid from that company? So that's just something to look into. That's something that I do. So yeah, Vodafone, they're currently sat at 10.83%. But their share price has been steadily sliding. So again, something different again, taken away from the insurance and the tech company. This one, we're going into a house builder. So Taylor Wimpey. If I didn't mention at the start of the video, all these companies are UK-based companies. So the FTSE 100 is UK companies. So Taylor Wimpey is a massive house building company in the UK. They throw up hundreds and thousands of houses every year around the UK. So again, everyone needs a house. Everyone's currently buying and selling houses. There's always money in mortar or bricks and mortar. That's what I say. That's why I try and buy into a lot of REITs and also own property as well in real life. So not only in my portfolio, but also in real life, I own property. Like I said, there's always money in brick and mortar. So Taylor Wimpey is another one. Like I said, they're always building houses. This is a little bit more risky because if you are in the UK, house prices at the moment are a little bit wobbly, especially with the mortgage rates. Houses ain't selling as quick as they was. People are a little bit wary with mortgages at the moment. I'm currently struggling to sell one of my houses. But Taylor Wimpey is currently sat at 8.6%. So again, a nice juicy one to think about. Like I said, if you are in the housing market or something that you want to invest into, do some research and then maybe chuck some money into Taylor Wimpey. Number 7, it is a mining giant of Rio Tinto. So again, these are ones I've invested into. Again, due to the high yield, I did put some money into this, but again, I know it is at a high risk because mining could literally go non-existent. Once all the material is gone, then there's nothing to mine. So just something to be wary when you do come to investing into mining. But again, I'm just looking at the yield and the short-term growth. The money I earn from this goes straight into a different stock. So I put money into Rio Tinto. They're currently paying out at 12%. So put some money into Rio Tinto. The dividends I earn from that, I just bolster a more solid company that I invest into. So I'm just using Rio Tinto to basically bolster my other stocks to bring that up. And then hopefully that snowball will grow even quicker. So that's what I'm using Rio Tinto as, is just a bolster for my other stocks and shares to hopefully help that snowballing effect happen a lot sooner than it would if I was just investing slowly. But again, this is another one for Rio Tinto. they did slash their dividends in half. So it was 12%. They slashed it in half. When did they do that? A couple of months back. Slash it in half. And then it's currently started climbing back up, and it's currently sat at 8.24%. So, like I said, this is the issue with mining companies. The dividends, you can't really rely. You can't really rely on companies like this, something getting stable like mining. The dividends could be at 12% 1 month or 1 quarter. The next quarter it's halved and then it's back up. So that's why I don't put a lot of money into companies like this, but I do have money in it. And like I said, I just use the dividends to bolster other stocks. The next two are both tobacco stocks. Again, this is another risky one because a lot of people are trying to get away from tobacco, trying to get away from smoking. A lot of people have started vaping and snoozing. So again, don't think tobacco will be around much longer or long term. It's not something I invest into long term. I do have very little in British American tobacco, but then the other one is Imperial Brands, which British American tobacco is currently sat at 8.41%, and then Imperial Brands are at 8%. So again, both over that 8% dividend yield. But like I said, again, quite a risky stock to buy into unless you are a smoker and you buy a lot of fags, smokes. I don't know if you can use them words anymore, but who knows these days. But yeah, those two are tobacco stocks. Like I said, another risky one to invest into because we don't know what the tobacco industry is going to be doing in a couple of years or in the future, 10 years down the line. All tobacco could be gone, everyone could be vaping. So just something to look into and think about before you do invest into the tobacco stocks. Yeah, like I said at the start of the video, that is the list of the top paying dividends in the FTSE 100 within the UK. So again, if you want to invest in them, do your research before you do pile some money into them. Dividends are never guaranteed. The stock market could fall further. These shares could get a lot cheaper and maybe never rise again. Like I said, the stock market is currently on the low. There's a lot of buying going on currently. Because like I said, it could rise and you could be laughing. If you buy a stock that's currently down, next month it could be up 1,000% and you are winning. But that's the risk of the stock market. So yeah, stock market could get cheaper, but they could never raise again. So that's something you got to think about. But that's the risk of investing that we're getting into. But definitely a brilliant value among the dividend stocks today. And that's why I'm buying them. Like I said, I currently own a lot of these stocks. And I'm currently still investing into them while they're still on the low. And hopefully they do rise in the future. Fingers crossed, that's all I can say. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's something different. This is the first time doing this, like giving some info out rather than a portfolio update. So like I said, if this is something you enjoyed, please hit that like button. Please also put a comment on how I can improve these videos for you guys. Obviously, I want to keep you guys interacted, engaged in my videos. So please put some feedback in the comments on how I can improve these videos. But again, thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I had something else on my mind then, but it's completely gone blank. But again, thanks for watching. Oh yes, the next video, it is currently the 30th of July, 30th of August, so my August portfolio update will be coming out next, so make sure you are subscribed to see that video.